Good afternoon, students. In yesterday class, we saw about the definition of topology and basis. Today we are going to see about the closure and interior of a set. Okay. Already we have studied about the closure interior of a set in which space? In first year, already you have studied about the closure and interior of a set in very good metric space. Okay. Now we are going to see about the closure interior of a set in a topological space. Okay. First we are going to see the definition of the closure interior. After that you have to go to see the theorem based on the definition of the closure and interior of the set. Okay. First definition, let capital X be a topological space and A subset of X. The interior of a set A is defined to be the union of all open sets contained in A, and it is denoted by int A. So this is the definition of the interior of the set in the topological space. Okay. Actually we have to take the capital X in a topological space, and we have to take one subspace, subset, A subset of X. Then we have to say that the interior of a set, how can we calculate? By the union of all open sets contained in A. So in the topology already we know that the collection of sets, isn't it? So we have to collect the open sets which are contained in A. Such a open set we have to collect and take the union, that is nothing but interior of A. Okay. Okay. Suppose if A is open, then A equal to interior of A. Okay. Always we have one inequality, which is we have take the interior of a set is defined to be the union of all open sets contained in A, isn't it? So always interior of A is a subset of A. Okay, always interior of A is a subset of A. When A becomes open, then we have the equality, that is A equal to interior of A. So all of you understand the definition of the interior of A? Okay. Now we are going to see the definition of closure. Okay, closure of A. The closure of A is defined to be the intersection of all closed sets that contain A. It is denoted by A closure, that is we put it the bar on the letter A, or simply we denote it as CL, because closure means closure of A, we have simply denoted as CL of A, closure of A. So either we denoted by A closure or closure of A. Okay. Okay. So closure of A is to be defined to be the intersection of all closed sets that contain A. Actually in interior we have to take the union of all the open sets that contained in A. But here we have to take out the intersection of all closed sets that contain A. So in which open sets in the topological space X contains A, collect all the closed sets and take the intersection, then we have get the closure of A. Okay, and simply it is denoted by A closure. Suppose if A is closed, then A equal to A closure. So how will we get? Always one of the inequality is obviously which one? A contained in A closure. That is always true. Suppose if the A is closed, when we get the equality A equal to A closure. So all of you clear about what is the interior of a set and what is the closure of a set. Okay, now we are going to derive some theorem based on the definition of closure and interior of a set. So theorem. Okay. Let capital Y be a subspace of X, let A be a subset of Y, let A closure denote the closure of A in X, then prove that the closure of A in Y equals A closure intersection Y. Actually this theorem denotes how the closure in the subspace. Okay. If we get the closure, actually y is the subspace of X, no? So you have X. So if you have the set X, then we have one subset Y. So if the theorem states that if A closure is the closed set in X, then the closed set in Y becomes, how will it be possible? A closure intersection Y. Okay. So this theorem denotes this line. Now we have to prove that we have to take one closure from the subset, and we going to tell about the closure is equal to A intersection Y. Okay. So proof, let capital B be the closure of A in Y. So we are going to take one subset in the subspace, okay, B. Now we are going to prove that this B equal to A closure intersection Y. Okay. A closure is closed in X, and Y is the subspace of Y. Okay. X, and A closure intersection Y is closure of Y. Okay. So okay. Then B is closed in Y because B is the closure of Y, isn't it? So B is closed obviously. Therefore B equal to C intersection Y, where C is closed in X. In the previous theorem, after the definition of the topology, we have to saw about the closed sets or open sets in the subspace. Okay, this is the characteristics of the subspace. For example, if A is closed in X, then the closed set in the subspace, okay, is equal to A intersection Y. Closed set. So closed set in Y. Okay, closed set in Y is equal to A intersection Y, where A is closed in X. Actually, this is the characteristics of the subspace. In the previous theorem, we saw this statement. Okay. Now we are going to use this statement in the theorem. B equal to C intersection Y, where C is closed in X. So this is the closed sets in the whole space, and this is the closed sets in the subspace. Okay. Sure. Now B contains A because B is closed in Y. So B contains A implies C intersection. We have to take B is equal to C intersection Y in the previous line, isn't it? So we apply for this. C intersection Y contains A. Therefore C contains A, because when we have take the intersection, the C intersection Y is equal to C. So C contains A. So thus C is the closed sets in X that contains A, isn't it? We get like that. The previous step we get like that. C contains A, and where C is closed in X. So C is a closed set that contains A. But by the definition of the closure, A closure is the intersection of all closed sets that contain A, isn't it? So what happened? What is the character of this A closure combined with C? Which closure is the greatest one? C, isn't it? Because A closure is the intersection of all closed sets. So obviously this is the closed sets that contains A. Similarly, this is the closed set contains A, but by the definition of the closure, the A closure is contained in C. Okay. Okay. That implies A closure. Now we have to take the intersection on both sides. Okay, A closure intersection Y contained in C closure intersection Y. Already we have to take about B equal to C intersection Y, isn't it? So we put the letter B for C intersection Y. So what will we get? A closure intersection Y is contained in B. Take that is equation number 1. Okay. Okay. Now we have to prove the another inequality. B is contained in A intersection Y. Now A closure is closed in X, isn't it? Say yes or no? Yes, okay. Okay, this is the closed set in X. So what about the closed sets in the subspace? Very good. A closure intersection Y is closed in Y. Okay. Also A closure intersection Y contains A, isn't it? So what will we get? Thus A closure intersection Y is a closed set in Y that contains A. But in the starting we have B is the intersection of all closed sets in Y that contains A, because we have to take that B is the closure of A in Y, isn't it? So compared with what will we get? Compared with the closed set B and A intersection Y. These two closed sets are in our hands in the subspace. So compare these two sets, which one is greatest? A intersection Y, because B is the intersection of all closed sets. So automatically it becomes very small. So B contained in A closure intersection Y. Take that is equation number 2. So from equation 1 and 2, finally we get B equal to intersection Y. So similarly, as the open set and closed sets in the subspaces, we get B equal to A closure intersection Y, where A closure is closed in X. B is closed in Y. Okay. So what? So similarly, as the open set and closed set, this is also applied in open set also. Open set in Y is equal to A intersection Y, where A is open in X. Okay. Similarly, now we have to get the result B equal to A intersection Y. So this is we have to prove, isn't it? So hence the theorem. Okay. Now we are going to prove another theorem based on the definition of the interior of the set. Let A be a subset of the topological space capital X, then prove that X belongs to A closure if and only if every open set U containing X intersects A. So we have to take one subset from the topological space and then prove that X belongs to A closure implies every open set U containing this element X intersect with A. Okay. Actually this element belongs to A closure. Now we have to prove, assume that X belongs to A closure, we have going to prove that this every open set U contain, which sets contains this X intersects with A. That implies the open set U and intersection A is what becomes? Non-empty. Very good. Non-empty. That has to prove. Okay. Okay. Proof. Suppose. So this is if and only if part. So first you assume that X belongs to A closure, and then you have to going to prove about every open set U containing X intersects A. After that, conversely, we are going to assume that every open set U containing X intersects A, and we have to going to prove about X belongs to A closure. So first we have to assume X belongs to A closure. Suppose X belongs to A closure. Let we have to take one open set containing this element X. Let capital U be any open set containing X. Now we have to prove U intersection A is non-empty, because we have to prove every open set U containing X intersects A, isn't it? So we have to prove U intersect A not equal to empty. Suppose we take in the contradiction, we have to prove this section in the contradiction method. Suppose U intersection A equal to empty. So what will happen? That implies A contained in X minus U, that is A contained in the converse of this set, complement of this set. This is the property in the set notation, already we have known, isn't it? When the two sets are disjoint, then the one set is contained in the other complement of the other set. So like that we have to take A is contained in x minus u. Okay. In the starting of the proof of the theorem, we have to take u is an open set, isn't it? So what about the x minus u? Closed, because it is a complement of u, isn't it? So complement of open set is closed. So the x minus u becomes closed. Therefore, x minus u is a closed set contain A. Contain A, isn't it? Okay. But by the definition of the closure set, what we have? A closure is the closed set that contains A. Because it is intersection, no. So it becomes the smallest closure containing. So we have two sets, A closure and x minus u. Therefore, the becomes A closure is contained in x minus u. So now x belongs to A closure implies x belongs to x minus u. The take, okay. So x belongs to A closure implies x belongs to x minus u. Then x does not belongs to u because these two sets are complement of the each other. So when x belongs to x minus u, x does not belongs to u, which is a contradiction because we take in the starting what we have take x belongs to A closure and u be any open set containing x. But here we have x does not belongs to u. So it becomes a contradiction. Why we get the contradiction? Because in the starting we have u intersection A equal to empty, isn't it? So therefore u intersection A is non-empty. That is the u intersects the set A which contains x. Okay. Now converse part. We have to prove the converse part. Conversely, suppose x does not belong to, actually we have to prove x belongs to A closure implies every open set U containing x intersects A. Now in the converse we assume that every open set U containing x intersects A, we are going to prove x belongs to A closure but we are going to assume x does not belongs to A closure. So take u equal to x minus A closure. What about the u? What about the A closure? It's a closed set. So what about x minus A closure? Open set, isn't it? So A closure is, as A closure is closed in x, u is open in x. Also x does not belongs to A closure, isn't it? We have to take in the starting x does not belongs to. So x does not belongs to A closure implies x belongs to x minus A closure. Definitely if does not belongs to the set, definitely it belongs to the complement of the set. So x belongs to x minus A closure, that is x belongs to u because we have to take u is equal to x minus A closure. So in our hand we get one open set which contains x, isn't it? U is an open set containing x. Now we are prove u intersection A closure is equal to empty. This is already we have because x belongs to u also x belongs to u but x does not belongs to A closure, which implies the intersection of these two sets becomes empty. That implies u intersection A equal to empty. Since A closed, A equal to A closure, so already it becomes u intersection A equal to empty. But which is a contradiction because in our assumption starting we what will assume? Contradiction? X does not belongs to A closure, so we get the contradiction. Because in our statement we have, what will have? Every open set U containing X intersects A. But in finally we get U intersection equal to empty. So which is the contradiction? So the X belongs to A closure. So what will take? X does not belongs to A closure in the converse part, isn't it? It is wrong. So automatically we get X belongs to A closure. So hence the theorem. Okay. Are you clear? Okay, students, any doubts? Okay. Actually, from the definition, we can clearly compare these two because when we deal about the interior, define the interior, it is fully upon the, we have to concentrate on the open sets, okay. We have to collect all the open sets contained in A. and take the union, then we get the interior. So when you have to speak about the interior, it is only considered about the open set. But when we have to consider about the closure, it is full of in the closed sets of A, which is contain A. The interior which is set contained in A, which is also open. That is becomes the interior of A. But in the closure, the intersection of all the closures that contains A. So closure means we have to deal about the closed set. And the interior means we have to deal about the open sets. Okay, these are the comparison.